What is the reason that America, despite being the world's largest oil producer, cannot use its own oil? It is just like a person who grows wheat on his land, but has to spread his hand in front of others to use it. Whatever we see in the world we live in, the reality is often contrary to this. Similarly, millions of containers from China go to America every year. But why are they thrown in the garbage? And why and how does Iran smuggle Boeing 777 among all this? Welcome to Scope History Videos. Viewers, did you know that there are about 300,000 ships in the sea at all times? These include oil tankers, LPG, LNG carriers, tugboats, and passenger ships, as well as those ships with which the world's economy runs, container ships. 90% of global trade is on sea routes. According to estimates, every passing minute, 6,000 to 8,000 container ships are traveling in the sea with the help of an automatic identification system. They can even be tracked in real time. If you go to websites like Marine Traffic or Vessel Finder, you will see the entire sea filled with small lights. Each light is a giant ship loaded with millions of dollars worth of goods. Most of these container ships are those that leave China and go from Europe to America. Surprisingly, there are an average of 5,000 containers in each vessel. Accordingly, 40 million containers are traveling in the sea at all times. Everything from our clothes to mobile phones has ever traveled in these containers and reached us. Everything looks normal. On the one hand, the goods came, and on the other hand, the empty container went back. But the reality is much more surprising and disturbing than this. The balance of our world's trade has been completely ruined. China sells so much goods to the world that a flood of filled containers comes out of it. If we talk only about 2023, China's trade surplus was more than $823 billion. That is, this year China exported goods worth $3,380 billion and imported goods worth $2,557 billion. Only then $823 billion was left behind. The problem starts when containers from China reach America or Europe. Where China's surplus is $823 billion, Europe's surplus is only $41 billion. That is 95% less than China. But when these containers reach America, everything is ruined here. America is the world's largest consumer, i.e., there is no balance between import and export. America imports more and exports less. This means that there are more containers going here, but there is not enough goods to send back from there. Only 40% of the containers that come to the US ports go back full. So the question arises, where do the other 60% containers go? You might think that the other containers will just come back empty. But that's not the case. Those containers are rotting in junkyards all over America. This happens because it costs about $3,000 to send an empty container back to China. In addition, this empty container surrounds the place where the full container can go, which contains goods worth millions of dollars. This is why China does not need a $3,000 used container, because the same container is prepared by China again for $2,000. 2.5 million new containers are made every year, while there is no shortage of old containers. So now the question arises, what is done with the empty containers trapped in the US and Europe? Many containers are sold for cheap storage or construction sites. Nowadays, houses and offices are also made from these containers. And when there is nothing left, they are melted and steel is taken out. Because there is about 2 tons of steel in a container. Next time you pass by a port and see steel containers stacked on top of each other, remember that this is not just garbage, but a unique story of the world's corrupt economy. Now let's come to the question that confuses the great intellectuals. That America is the world's largest oil producer. But still, why can't it use its oil? Looking at the world map, America is currently number 1 in oil production. Saudi Arabia and Russia are also behind it. But surprisingly, despite producing so much oil, America is also the 2nd largest oil importer in the world. That is, it sells its oil and buys it from others for its use. There are 3 big secrets behind this. The first reason is the difference in oil chemistry. Not all oils are the same. The oil that comes out of America's soil is called light crude oil. It is a light oil whose viscosity is low. But the problem is that America's old refineries are made to clean heavy crude oil. These refineries were made when America used to order thick oil from Mexico and Venezuela. Now, if they want to clean their light oil, they will have to change the whole technology, which will cost more than $200 billion. Instead of spending so much money, they sell their light oil to the world for a high price and buy heavy crude oil at low prices from abroad. But only the chemistry of oil does not force America to do this. The second reason is the poor logistics. Oil comes from somewhere else in America, while the refineries are very far away. For example, Texas has an ocean of oil, but there are no pipelines to deliver oil from there to New York or the East Coast. California is in such a state that it has become an oil island, where due to the absence of pipelines, it is forced to order 70% oil from foreign countries, although these 2 reasons were enough. But the last nail in the coffin is the Jones Act. There was a big problem in World War I to take American soldiers and goods across the sea. America did not have enough ships to take their soldiers across the sea. Then they took the help of ships and sailors from other countries. But a new danger rose here, that if there was ever a war with America's friendly countries, they would not have trained sailors and ships to move their soldiers. There was only one solution to this problem, that America has its own merchant marine ships that normally transport cargo, but can be converted into war mode if necessary. Because of this, Senator Vasily Jones presented a bill according to which it is necessary for a ship to be American and its crew to be American to send goods from one port to another. Now, because making a marine ship in America is 3 times more expensive than China, and there are more salaries for sailors, this law fell on their necks. To deliver oil from Texas to New York, America has a few ships left, and their rent is so high that a barrel of oil costs $5. That's why American refineries think that if they leave their own oil and order oil from foreign countries, they will still have to pay less. A law that was made to save America. is slowly eating America from within. These are the strange reasons why America is dependent on others despite being the world's largest oil producer. If we talk about Iran's dependence on America, then America has imposed sanctions on Iran for years. Because of these sanctions, Iran cannot buy or sell anything from America and friends of America. But in Iran's Great Air, you will see a large fleet of American and European ships. So the question rises here, how does Iran smuggle Boeing 777? In 2024-25, Iran left the world in shock when 5 Boeing 777s suddenly appeared near them. All this was possible with the planning of many years. In Australia, Alice Springs, there is a very large ship graveyard in the desert, which Iran was eyeing. There were 5 old but usable Boeing 777s of Singapore Airlines standing there. Iran could not buy that ship directly. Then this ship was bought by an American-based company called Iron Aviation. Then this ship was taken to China, from where it was sold to an illegal company of Madagascar, Odon Aviation. These companies had no existence. They were only on paper so that they could be saved from the eyes of the US. When the ship was registered under the flag of Madagascar, the control of the US Federal Aviation Administration was over. Then these ships were brought to Cambodia. Cambodia is a country where the rules of aviation are not so strict. Here these ships were out of sight of the world. In July 2025, these ships filed a flight plan to go to Kenya from Cambodia. It was shown that they were going to Kenya for maintenance. But as soon as they reached the airspace of Afghanistan, where the Taliban's monitoring was very weak, they shut down their transponders. After disappearing from the radar, these ships changed their route instead of going to Kenya and landed in different cities of Iran: Chabahar, Zeihan, and Mashhad. By the time the world understood, these 5 Boeing 777s had become part of Iran's main air fleet. America can't do anything now because all the American companies that sell and buy were registered under fake names. Today, Mayan Air has 50 to 60 active fleets, most of which are Airbuses, while 7 American companies are Boeing aircraft. These aircraft also land in other countries and use their airspace. But America can't do anything because, according to the Chicago Convention law, as long as a country is not at war with another country, it cannot stop civilian aircraft from using its airspace, nor can it stop them from landing. But because of the sanctions, many countries do not allow refueling to Mayan Air's flights. If Europe or friends of America stop Iran from using its airspace, then Iran can also shut down its airspace for its aircraft. And if this happens, then the flights from the Middle East to Europe will have to suffer. I hope Scope History video like and share. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next video.